I'm Michael Firth. I used to go to the Branch Christian School. Back in 1994 when it first started, I was one of the original 8 and I was aged 9. And so I left in July 2003. There's a lot said while people have been here that, about universities. University is not the only way for students from the ACA system to go. I left with level 1 and through that I did an advanced modern apprenticeship in mechanical engineering, which is a 4-year course. Anyway, I'll get back to that later. I'm trying to read my notes here as well. I'll give you a little background history of me. As I say, I started when I was 9, left when I was 18, so I'm now 23. I originally went to junior school in my local area up in West Yorkshire called Bywell, and I kind of got bullied, picked on, and so when the pastor of our church, Pastor Ward, said we had a vision to open up the school, my parents thought it was the best thing for me to go along, so obviously I did age 9, you don't have any choice. Right, well you don't really, do you?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So fast forward 9 years, that's the entire 9 years at this Branch Christian School. As I say, I left in 2003 with level 1, and I had some sort of idea what I wanted to do. Of course I had the idea of some sort of engineer, but I'm not, because it's a small kind of school, no one had careers experience, but there was one guy called Mr. Holt who did, and he guided me towards his local library, which has what is it now? A careers centre in it. So they sent me off there, and they asked me loads of questions, put me on this little computer where you do this thing, answer a load of questions. It came up with grave digger and all sorts for me, demolition man. Yeah. So I said I wanted to be an engineer, so they put me through. Well, that's what it said. Yeah, but yeah, because I'm not exactly the most brightest person in the world, but never mind. So they said engineering, so they put me through to this, gave me a list of options I could do. One of them was to apply at this place called KITS, which is Kirkdale Industrial Training Centre, where they did do advanced modern apprenticeships in mechanical, electrical and car mechanics, that kind of thing. And also, well, my dad was a BT phone engineer, so I thought, follow my father's footsteps, so I applied for that. They turned me down. I don't know why. So I went to KITS instead. As I say, KITS offers apprenticeships at NVQ levels 2 and 3 in mechanical, electrical, and also apprenticeships in welding, fabrication. So I chose to do the mechanical apprenticeship, which is a 10-year course. And I brought some examples of stuff what I did, which I'll show you later on. Before I started at KITS, I had to go for an aptitude test to test your maths and English and science knowledge, which I passed, they said. Anyway. And I also went to go for an interview, and because around our area up in West Yorkshire there were only 2 schools we were doing the AC system, so which was ours and Leeds Victory. No one ever heard of AC or any knowledge of it, so this pastor said to my mum, who was a teacher at school, said I'm kind of a pioneer to it. So I went for an interview. There's a bag of nerves, like I am now. I am now. It was my first ever interview I've ever done, so yeah. As I had to explain the school system, because it's obviously the school AC system is very different to a state school. Right. After that, after quite an interesting talk with I think it was the managing director or something of KITS, yeah, I got accepted. So I started that in August 2003 and studied for both practical and knowledge-based basic skills in turning. If most people don't know what turning is, it's where you work big machines and stuff, and you turn things around like all sorts. You can make stuff like that, which is for a lathe, what you turn on, and many stuff. I say I've got all sorts in here, stuff like that I've made, just all on a lathe. Milling, which you make something like that on, make different things with slots. I had about 3 attempts at that before I got to it. Fitting, right? Most people go fitting. What do you do for that? Fitting is where you use basically your hands, not just your hands to make stuff, but you use your hands like files, which is basically a blade with loads of jagged teeth in it, and you make. Sorry, you can make things like that. All that was hammered and chiselled out by hand and stuff like that. And all this thread on here was done on a lathe, so I'm very proud of that. It's called a pipe vise, if you wanted to know. And all this stuff. While I was there, fitting was the most. I enjoyed fitting the most because, let's say, you could spend hours making it, and when you come out with something like that, you're quite proud of yourself. And then, what else you could do? We even made a level like that. So it's supposed to be level, but it's slightly out. But I've passed anyway, so it doesn't matter. Right. Also, you do grinding, which is if you don't know what a grinding machine is, it's a machine that's basically this stone inside that spins around very fast. Sparks fly everywhere, and you can manipulate metal to do all sorts. Also, we do CNC machining. For people that don't know what CNC machining, CNC is computer numerical control machining. It's where you program a computer in to tell a machine how to make, basically turn stuff. Which I think I did something like that. Just that bit there, all was done by a machine. I programmed out the machine to make all the grooves and stuff like that. And then I had a point afterwards. It's a scriber to scribe onto metal. What else did we do? We did maintenance. So we looked after machines, how to put in machines, all pulleys and stuff like that. We had to line them all up. We did CAD, computer-aided design, measurement and quality control. And all that is in your first year at KITS. So all this I made here were in first year. I even made the toolbox and all. Which is, yeah. So while you're at KITS, you study for your EAL, which is EAL NVQ Level 2. EAL stands for EMTA Awards Limited, and that's what the apprenticeship runs through. What else? Also, you do key skills, Level 2, and further on you go to Level 3 while you're doing your other 3 years. Because you do 1 year at KITS, then you spend the other 3 years at a company. Also, while you're at college, you go to while you're doing your apprenticeship, you go to college for 1 day a week. The college I went to was Huddersfield Technical College, which I got in straight away because I went to KITS, so they put me on the course. While that, you study. I've got quite a long list of things you study here. You study for an advanced diploma in maintenance and mechanical engineering technology at Level 3. That's the certificate I went to while I studied for while I was at college. And I've got quite a few subjects here, I'll just reel them off. Engineering fundamentals, engineering environmental health and safety, organisation efficiency, advanced turning, advanced milling, CAD, computer design, CAM, which is computer-aided manufacture, and CNC, computer-aided numerical control. And so once I did that for the first 2 years, I moved on to a more advanced CNC program, which was a lot more advanced. You did a lot more. Machines were a lot bigger, a lot faster, more complicated and more expensive. So if you broke it, the college weren't happy. As some people on our course actually did. And when they do break, they go with a bang. So anyway, the course was called City and Guilds CNC Part Programming, and that was for 1 year. After that, I moved on to the City and Guilds Advanced CNC Part Program, which was the one above that. Then I finally finished in June 2007. Right, then after that, I had the option of moving on to do a BTEC HNC. And I was umming and ahhing at the idea for a long time. And so I thought I'd start it. But 6 weeks into it, I decided to quit. This were at university. I went to Huddersfield University at the time. Even though the job, like doing HNC, would have mean more money, better job, so I thought, but it wasn't fitting in my life with helping out with my church, because we had a help out with kids' church, youth work and all sorts, and it was taking me away from that, and I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. It wasn't what I was supposed to do, so I basically packed it in. But I have learned some stuff from it, but not a lot. But I'm happy, and I know where I am at the moment is where I want to be, where I should be. So, right, after you've done your 1 year at KITS, you've done all your college work, you're at college, then you move to do your over 3 years at a company. Right, KITS, where I did my work, was they found me some jobs. They give you a job interview, send you out to companies to find jobs. So I went and had 4 different interviews for 4 different jobs. The first is where I got accepted, and they wanted me to do this HNC right at the beginning. So I was 18 and I wasn't ready. I didn't have a clue what's what, and so I said I didn't want to do it, so they basically gave me the sack without even knowing me. The second and third companies, still to this day, I have never heard got back to me what they want. So I think that's a no-go. And then on the fourth company, which is this company that I'm at now, is David Brown's. When I say David Brown's, most people go, tractors. Yeah. But we don't do tractors anymore. That went a long time ago. David Brown's is based in Huddersfield. And they gave me a job working on the shop floor in the heavy fitting department. Heavy fitting department is where we make very big gearboxes, ranging from less than a ton, and there's one in the shop at the moment that's, I'd say, about 110 ton. So it's pretty big, and it can be quite a dangerous job, but we've got people around there who know what we're doing, so I enjoy it, all sorts like that. But these jobs, they range from, I've got it down here, we build gearboxes for ships. Do you know the HMS Ark Royal? The big Navy aircraft carrier ship. Our company built the gearbox for that. There's 2 of them in there. So, but we don't really do any more. We just do refurbs on it now. We do all sorts. We've done. I'm trying to think. We did all submarine gearboxes for Navy, all sorts. The Challenger 2 tank. We do gearbox for that, and also we do some military defence work for the United States Army with the missile turret. Artillery, we do some work for gearboxes for them. We don't make the entire thing, we just make the little gearbox and we send it out. But I don't work in that area, I work in the industrial side where I make gearboxes for sugar factories, steel mills, oil pipeline pumps. We just had a big order in where we make, it's an oil line that's going from, I think it's going from Russia all the way down, from Siberia all the way down Russia. It's a really long pipeline. We've just done a load of gearboxes for them. We did it for some water company in India. We've done all sorts. Right. I'll just give you a story that happened to me because I was the apprentice. The apprentice gets all the cruddy jobs, like sweep the floor, go get the food from canteen, all sorts like that. This job, which was actually probably going to stick with me for the rest of my life, is we just had this gearbox in that came from British Sugar. And you'd think, oh, British Sugar, that's no problem, but the British Sugar factory is proper dusty from all sugar and all sorts like that. So all the dust got inside the gearbox, and the gearbox literally exploded, so all the teeth inside gears and stuff like that exploded, mixed with the oil, and guess who had to clean it out? Me. But I don't mind stuff like that. People that know me, I probably get mucky standing near me. It just attracts, jumps onto me, all sorts, I'm telling you. So while I was cleaning out this gearbox, I smelt of oil and sugar for at least a couple of days. It was a nasty job, but anyway, I enjoyed it, if you can say that. Right. Also, through this job at David Brown's, it's given me the opportunity to, I've been on a forklift truck driving course. I can drive forklift trucks, cherry pickers, them things that people go to pick, that you see. I've been on a crane driving course, so I can drive 60-ton cranes down. All sorts. I've done more training courses you can shake a stick at, something like that. But yeah. Anyway, right. Last night, we were planning to come down and stay at the Bolton's house last night, but I got the other week this letter from Kate saying your final presentation's last night, so I couldn't make it. So I went to my presentation last night. That's why I'm a bit tired this morning, because we just drove all the way down from Dewsbury at 5 o'clock this morning. So I went to my kids' presentation, and they finally gave me my final certificates, which I have here. It says I finished the 22nd of October 2007, which was a while ago, but I've been waiting a long time for these certificates. And also because in February I got the final word that I passed. I finally got back pay, which was lovely, because I finally got back on skilled rates, so I had about 3 months back pay. So that's... Hang on, I've lost my notes now. Right, here we go. So there were 100 about... In my year, there were about... A lot of us turned up again last night, so it wasn't just me on my own, which I was worried about. But no, I could say engineering, I have enjoyed it. It's an experience, it's a skill at the end of the day that I've learned, and that I enjoyed doing all that when I was first year. But I don't know, I'm kind of thinking of doing something else. I'm not sure if it's what God wants me to do, but I'm planning to go to night school next term to do a study in music technology, so to do sound production and sound engineering, because it's something that I'm interested in and it's a change, so I don't know what. We'll have to just keep praying and see what God wants me to do. But I think that's more or less it for me. If anyone wants to look at stuff, I'll be back over there. I've got all my certificates. By the way, you don't put enough envelopes in here. Because this is full. That's full, and I've got all these to put in and all. So, if you could, I know, while I'm here, could you give me one of these, an extra one? So, I don't know, but yeah. So that's basically me. As I say, you don't have to go to, well, there's more to life than university at the end of the day. It's whatever. Say, I left for level 1. I had the opportunity to go to university, but it wasn't for me. So it's entirely up to you. Just do what you think, what you think God wants you to do, stuff like that. Yeah. Also, if anyone wants to go, I've got this. It's a case study of David Brown's. It's got a few pictures of me, so if you want to... It shows you the kind of gearboxes we do and the size of gears, and that gearbox is just a medium-sized gearbox, and there's me green overalls, because apprentices wear green overalls, everyone wears blue, and it just shows you what I do. But that's basically my story from when I left school.